Right, little sound check before we get going, and just waiting for my delay to catch up. Welcome, it's Friday. Uh, I've been overwhelmed and busy. Today's quite been quite exhausting in the wrong kind of way. I felt like I had just a crap load of things to do. Hey, it's up. It's working. Yeah, not too many hiccups today. I'm kind of tired. Sure. But that's not, you don't start a, you don't start a live stream going, I'm exhausted. Uh, hopefully I can help you gain some insight, maybe give you some information today. Um, I finally know something, and what I know is going to help you guys. And hey, but welcome Kai and Sheepdog Patriot. How you doing? Yeah, the 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 anticipation and the waiting, I knew finally things were gonna, we're gonna, end up fine, but I couldn't believe the amount of time, this Neo project took DJI to get underway. I did it just anyway. They put out a ton of other products. I did finally send them a note. I did send them a message. I said, "Hey, this sucks." I told them, from for whatever. I mean, I gave it my official complaint. I said, "Hey, you order a product and a month later you don't see it, you know." But you know that that eventually comes full uh fully around. So yesterday the package arrived, which is good, and I know more today than I knew a couple of days ago. And it's in a way, I can't tell you I am completely disappointed because that's too simple of an answer. Um, I'm actually not, I'm disappointed in some ways because what DJI does really good, the rest of the world's been flying for a month now, I know. What DJI does really good, um, they kind of let that loose on this product. I mean, I've flown all of their mini drones, I've flown their big drones, the FPV drones, and everything has been the most consistent thing about all of those products has been the quality of what comes out of the camera. And even if DJI tries to save weight, they still are able to put out a good quality um, camera image. It was that was like the last thing that they sacrificed. And in this product, they sacrificed that. That is very disappointing. On the other hand, I think this reminds me a lot of the Air of the Mini One. Okay, if you remember the Mini One story, if you remember all of I mean, that's where I started my channel. I'm just flying the Mini One, and it's just it's falling out of the sky. That's kind of what happened today. I'm just flying along, and then, bam, the things just disappear, and I'm like, that's interesting. And then some other things happen, and then because I'm flying with the O3 system, okay, so in the last 2 days, I've flown with pretty much everything I'm going to fly it with, except I haven't done my phone. I haven't flown it with my phone yet. I'm not going to dink around with any of the. I'm just trying to find out how it flies. I want to know how it compares to other things the same size. So, and I learned that today. I got that information. And this, you know, this thing flies pretty damn far. I can just tell you that. It can go pretty far, and it can fly in a little bit more challenging conditions than a lot of people are giving it credit for. Um, it battles through the elements, that's for sure. Today's about 95 degrees, and I mean, I took it out there pretty good. To me, what I consider FPV pretty far, and I was surprised in a good way that way. Um, I thought the image coming through the goggles was really good. Um, but um, but compared to that, but compared to this thing right here, okay, so we've got new boy here, and then we've got this little thing. Okay, why in the hell could DJI not put this air unit on that? You tell me why. Why couldn't you take this massively amazing camera and at a minimum put the O3 on that? To me, that just boggles my mind. Um, but on the other hand, I mean, you can see them both, sitting next to one another. This is smaller. My footage from this, I, uh, I flew this in some golden hour. Some of you guys, if you watch the Pavo 20 video I did in golden hour, this is very impressive. Okay. So let me see. I think we have to, I think we have to, I just want to I want to show you some things that it could be a lot of things going on with the footage. It really can. It could be some settings. Um, One advantage you're going to have by, flying it with this is that you can do all of those camera adjustments. But when you're flying with your goggles, you got to kind of hope for the auto settings to be pretty good. Um, so you've got, um, you know, eh, I understand they're trying to keep the cost down, but if you understood what went into them building an O3 unit and what they sell it for, they are making an absolute boatload on this thing. Now, okay, let's just say that they took this camera and just downscaled it just a little bit. We're talking just about, just a teeny bit. just, like half inch. So, um, okay. The other thing I think everybody needs to know is as you fly with speed, okay. So one of the things that is really important about flying FPV is when you are flying fast, you need the wider the field of view, the better. Okay. So I mean, I've been flying FPV now for about 5 years now, about four consistently. Okay. And the wider the field of view for your camera, the less vertigo you get, the less, the more you can control it, the more you can maneuver. When you're flying this, you get a sense of vertigo because the field of view, because it has EIS, it's um, because it's electronically stabilized. It crops down. Um, and that was even on the. I'm gonna try to set the goggles up differently. Maybe go 4x3. You know, but I'm not bagging on it. If you saw how far I had that thing out, you'd understand. You'd totally understand. So I'm gonna give you a sample really quick. I'm gonna give you a sample of golden hour footage. Okay, I want you to see what a lot of us are gonna. All right, this is 1080p golden hour footage. Okay, so here we go. All right, so all right, let's get this bigger. Okay, so here it is. This is the Pavo 20, right? Pavo 20, let's make sure we got the highest setting. Let's set this sucker up to 4K. So I have the best, 1080p transfer that you can have. So I'm flying into the sun. Okay, right here, flying into the sun. Right, right, at about 1,000 feet, maybe. Okay, let's get 1,000 feet distance. Okay, so watch how graceful the turn is. Now, obviously, I've stabilized it, and I'm just cruising. Okay, just now it's all downhill from here. We're just look at how fast I'm going, and look at how wide my field of view is. See, it's really wide. We got a very wide field of view. Okay, a lot of control. You know, I get right down in there. You can get right. So you got that nice wide. So you know where the tree is over. You know the tree's over here. You know where the tree is over here. Okay, and I could make a turn here, and you see on my left. Okay, now you see, just to my left here, you see where I can see the tree in my peripheral vision, and if I need to, I could make a turn there. I really could. Same thing, right? Like now, you see the tree to my right. You see it in front of me. I know I can split that gap and make that turn. Okay, and I think I do a couple of those. I'll show you some examples here if I get that tight little turning sequence. See if I can find it here. I just want you to get that, how the flight you're flying can give you vertigo. If you tighten that up with a narrower field of view, it really makes it hard to maneuver. So here we go. I'm I'm right down in the trees. Okay. Now this is the Pablo 20. I'm 3S. Okay. Look at how tight I am right there. Okay. Tight, 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 tight. Now I'm going to sink back down tight. I can see the tree to my left. I know I'm going to pass it. I got just an absolute, just a massive uh, dose of vertigo today. I'm just gonna give you an idea of. Let me see if I can get a tiny little segment that I can show you because I'm gonna make a full on video. Um, I just this is the only thing. By the way, there's also a certain amount of video quality course, we're gonna let's get back here. Okay, so I'm gonna drag this footage for you guys. And I'm gonna definitely crop it. I'm gonna bring the footage down a little bit so it's fair. All right, there we go. So this is footage. This is Neo footage. Okay. And if anybody's ever watched my videos and has seen my Avata 2 video or even the Mini 4 video, I'm out there. Okay. So if you want to go check out those two, my Mini 4K video and my Avata 2, watch the Mini 4K video. You watch that and you're just like, wait a second. We have just dropped an absolute ton of detail from our footage. This is full 4K coming out right here. Okay, so this is 4K and tons of freaking blur. Okay, so this is not stabilized, but I'm trying to make a I'm trying to make a smooth turn, and it's just you just getting this just garbage chop. Um, I don't know how I don't know how I'm gonna, I'm posting this, man. This is going up, but, but I'm just, dropping it. Dropping it in some rocks, I'm getting down in there, I'm pretty, if I gotta, guys, if I gotta go get this, it's gonna take me at least an hour. Okay. Okay. To go find it, assuming I can ever find it. Because it's so small. I mean, my odds if I hit something there, I'm never going to see it again. It's but here. Let me. I don't. I think. Yeah. I'll have to wait till we'll wait till we get it up on. But if we just look at the, I'm gonna do a stop here. If we just look at the rocks, you look at the tones on the rocks, everything is just so like pixelated, and it's just so bad. So I'm just saying, man, and it could be my settings. I could have just garbage settings going on right now. So I'm gonna work on it. Now, I did take some footage. I did take some footage, and I can go back and show you some close-ups. Now, I mean, like, if we're gonna be honest here, you know, and we get down close. I wish I could get this close to some rocks, but here's me down in a gap, right? I mean, you can clearly see this building next to me, and you can see the texture on the wall of that building, you know, and that's stop action because it's 60 frames. That's the other problem is without 60 frames, it's very tough to get good quality, realistic. There's that's goggle video. That's what I feel like that's the finished quality of the Neo video feels like goggle footage. That's goggle footage, 1080p goggle. And I'll double check to make sure I've got 10. I almost, guys, I'm guaranteeing you I've got 4K 30 coming out of that. Okay. That is 4K 30. I look at the size of the file and um but that now, so we're comparing two different systems, but I think my expectations were a little bit higher, um and that's this well, if you get Avata 2 footage, you're going to get that kind of footage. I'm flying into the sun, it's just knocking the image out, and this is just air unit. This is just O3. And I'll work on the colors, and I'm gonna see if I'm actually gonna go to the same spot and see if I can do some twilight, do some golden hour, and see if I can get the same thing out of the Neo golden hour. I know exactly what time this video was taken, so Yeah, I know we're trying to say, hey, you got 4K 60 versus 4K 30. Well, that's my point. Why do we have a flying camera that can't handle moving images? So we did 4K 30 with the minis, so maybe it's just too fast. It's just too fast for it. But I'm gonna be a skeptic for a while. Hmm. And then I'm going to work on trying to improve it. I've actually found I found a channel that he threw an ND filter on. But he's already getting too much motion blur, as it is. More motion blur is not the answer. So anyway, that's some sample footage from today. Um, but as far as the control system and the build quality, it's very nice. I mean, it's a nice little solid, DJI product. It's very, the batteries snap in nice. Um, and here, let's put the cameras side by side. I think that would be helpful too. So I'm gonna show you guys just so you can see, camera, versus camera side by side right here. So we can, so we've got, then I can put them up against each other. Maybe we're not, getting all that this is going to offer us. Maybe they're holding back on us. For a firmware update. I haven't done any. I haven't done anything here. I've just got to get. I got to get the flying characteristics down. Okay, here's another interesting thing that you might be curious about, and that is when you're flying in full manual flight. Okay, so I'm flying in full manual mode. By the way, I also made a comment about these. These are the bumpers that are being sold right now, which I like. I think you have to have these. And these are actually really well made. So, yeah, I can print the same thing. I've got a, printer sitting right next to me. But there's too much weight on here. We all we need to do is protect the edges. So what I would suggest, for the builders, the makers of this, Ken Dono, his little company makes it. Just take the ribbing off, take this weight off. This thing is. I think I got 7 minutes of distance flight out of it. Okay, I went straight out till I couldn't stand it anymore, and then I came straight, and then I did some. You saw me fly around a little bit. So I think I maximized the distance. What I would trust this, from that distance, which is pretty much par for the course. Anytime I fly it, I go about the same distance. But yeah, what's it? I know I could get another 30 seconds out of this thing if we got rid of the ribs. But they fit really nice. They look great. So no, you just keep the stock. You can keep the stock prop guards on it. I don't know. I don't like I don't like the the little top pieces. And I do believe you can buy these without the ribbing, but the ribbing is, it's protection for sure. I mean, but it's weight. I'm not against the look of the ribbing. I'm just against the added weight. And when you get this small and you get battery tolerances of something of this size, you have to take every freaking ounce off you can. Just get all of those off. And just a nice layer of protective coating along that edge. That's all we're looking for. So, but I wouldn't. I truly will not fly this without protection. I won't. Um, as you drain the battery down, it does like a lot of quads do, especially these little Avata like drones, these little Cinewhoops. When these things get down to say 30%, you are going to start seeing tons of battery sag. You're going to lose in all of your punch because it's only 2S, and you will be, yeah, when you get to the bottom, you gotta like get back. You hit 30%, make sure you're almost home. Okay, I warn you, if you get close to 30%, you should be almost home. Okay, because once you get in that 30% range, going into 20, and at 20, it's going, hey, one way one way you can kind of give yourself an ounce of protection is you get in the 30% range, get yourself into sport mode or in normal mode immediately. Do not fly in manual mode past 30%. And that should give you a little bit more energy to get back. It seems like it goes into more of a more miserly power usage mode, and it automatically will give you that just that energy, probably sport mode, and then but I had some other interesting things happen today, but those are kind of um the best that's the best advice I can tell you. Other than that, this thing flies it's fun in manual mode. When you're at the beginning of a battery till about I told you like 50%, just that first 50%, just fly the crap out of it. You can do that. I have not done any I haven't done any aerobatics yet. I'm just trying to look for control right now. So I'm flying through objects. I'm going between trees and things. I do have some footage um, of doing that. I mean, I've put a couple of battery cycles on. Um, let me see if I can give you one more little piece of footage here. I can't let's see if I can share this with you. Hold on here. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen. It's on my phone, so and then we'll check that out here. Let's see if I can get this if this is has backed up for me. Yeah, it's on there. Good, good. So this is stuff that I've taken off my phone. Um, and I think this is the FPV. This is much better. I'd say this is more golden hour-ish. So check this out. Maybe my settings suck today. So check this video clip out here. Um, uh, so so here I'm switching into manual mode for the first time. Okay. So this is me, just I'm getting into so now I'm in manual, full manual, and the colors aren't too bad. I would say just a little washy, a little wishy-washy in the distance. I did turn the sharpness down. I do remember that, but I don't know if it saved my footage. So we got a nice colorful field, right? This gives you an idea of some of the manual. I don't know if I'm in I think I am in full manual because I'm challenging trees right now. But you can see, let me see if I get down a little bit. Yeah, I'm able to navigate through, some of these areas here. It feels like I'm in like a horizon mode. So maybe this is sport mode. I thought I had it in manual. It does tend to hold a good line. So yeah, it's not bad. I'd say the colors are pretty good. I think I got to check my settings just to make sure. Um, so, I tried to get in between the trees and things like that, tried to get close to stuff. There's a guy down there cutting the grass. So I know the guy there. So I'm trying not to disturb anybody, but there, right there, that was a pretty good example of now, when you're going over and around things, you get a little bit too close to the fence. So as I'm coming into the fence, you get a little low and you just need that little extra pop. It's able to do this because I'm probably at 80% at this point. You see that? I'm thinking, oh crap, I'm getting too low. It's sagging, and I need to pop the throttle. And see, I was able to pop over that. And there's no wind. This is literally just an absolute, and there's like I said, there's no. Let's see, this HD. That's 1080p, guys. Yeah, that's just 1080p footage right there. And you know what? I'm in 1080 60, guys. I think that's 1080 60. That's why the imagery is so much smoother. So anyway, that is some footage from yeah, and that's I can't let's say this is right here. Um this right here I'm in yeah, let's see what this I thought I got it to 4K, but no, 1080. Yeah, no, this is 1080 HD, 1080 60. And I think that's how a lot of people are smoothing out their footage. Let's see if I can get this to there we go. Yeah, this right here is where this is sport mode. So if you want to know what sport mode's like, this is sport mode. So you can see how it's much more level. Um, we're not getting dynamics in the background. It's very washed out. We're not seeing that, that usual, what we're used to with the 1/1.3, for distance. Usually we got these layers, but, anyway, that's, those are good examples of, those are really good examples of how that footage looks. Let's see. Do I have any more there? That's somebody pulling in there. Let's see if uh, I got the stuff around my house. So this is, I know this has got to be 1080 as well. No, 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 no. This is 1440. So this is, no, this is, yeah, this is 4K, but it's dark. So this is low light. This will give you a good idea what low light is like. Um, so let me turn around here. Yeah, it's very washed out in the background there. This is with the controller though. This is not FPV. I'm flying with the controller and I'm using controller 3 and I'm manipulating a camera. It's just, it's dark. Low light, you're in trouble. It looked okay. It looked great through the camera, but this is low light. So anyway, you get my point, I hope. You're getting my point. Let's go to let me get you've been um it's let's see here, Brandon. It takes yeah for you can yeah the drone that I showed you guys, the little one, um the one that I was that I was highlighting, that this is the Pavo 20, and you can buy this completely built with the air unit in. I just bought it and then I put the air unit in it. I had one. The air units are $170, but they're worth every dime of $170. You see the footage. This is 10 this is this is 1080p, um or excuse me, 4K. This is 4K 60 frames. So I get mixed up there, but yeah, but this is 4K 60 frames, and with 60 frames for a moving object, it you need those frames, so it just creates um it gives you a more dynamic flight. Now, a lot of people don't like that. I like the detail when I'm flying that I can stop action, you know, but this thing here is like $100. And then you throw the air unit in it. So you're in it to 280, right? 280. And that means it's cheaper than that. But this doesn't have the electronics that has. It doesn't have the flight modes and none of that. You have to fly this completely manual, right? So that's the trade-off. For a couple extra dollars, you get convenience. Now, like I said, I've just brushed the surface of that. So I'm not gonna, I know it can do better. There's just no way that I can't get better footage out of that. So I'm blaming myself right now. But this is not a bad price point. I mean, 299. Heck yeah. But then you got to pay $100, hundred and whatever they're charging for this, $150 for this, $130. I can't remember, like 130. And anything else. Now you got to fly with, goggles, and you fly with the controller 3, or you fly with I haven't flown with the joystick at all yet. That would be fun. I think that would be fun with the joystick. But anyway, that's the Neo. That's what it looks like. And it is, I think it, like I said, it's better in a lot of ways than what I expected, but I'm very disappointed in the camera. I think the camera is a huge step backwards. I really do. I think these guys forgot their mission. Their mission is to create really awesome flying cameras, and I think they need to do better. So there's a lot of great things about it, but they can do better. All right. Okay, we are 45 minutes in. It's Friday. I think you guys learned enough about, what I've experienced. We'll get you some data. We'll get you some information about, what the transmission distances were, and of course we'll put that video through um, it just was dark, and there's so many things about it that were not. It was as bright as day. So I'm going to check my settings. I believe they were just in the auto settings. So, alrighty. Alrighty. Is there anybody in the house? Is there anybody in the house? But, yeah, that was fun flying with the controller. It flies great with the controller. So you can, with the little FPV system, it's it's just a mini, it's a mini Mavic, but it's one with not a good camera right now. I think if I were to fly uh, a Fimi Mini 3 and put this next to it, or a mini, yeah, Fimi Mini 3 or whatever, or an SE, which is $199, almost everybody would pick the Fimi. As cool as this is and as fun as it is. So, uh, you know, guys, the screen is telling you the truth, man. You know, the screen is real. That is not a fake image. That is um, sun's gone down a little bit. Okay, it's a low light image, and it's just garbage. You're not going to get video at any time app once the sun is down. But a lot of drones can at least give you something here. So yeah, that's 4K, man. It's 4K right there, 4K footage. So, so yeah, I just think that if you're an FPV person, um, see the flag out there? See that stretched out? It's handling that. It's keeping the look at that. The flag's going. That's pretty level. You know, that's pretty level. But that's just that footage is just trash. Very much trash. And like I said, I'm going to keep adjusting it. I'm going to keep um I'm going to keep doing things but okay, so once we're back to the point um that I want to make is that if you want to learn FPV and fly this thing, and yeah, you can learn to fly FPV with this. I'd say this is a great FPV trainer, okay, without a doubt. So there's a lot of great things about it. And like I said, I'm going to get it in better lighting. I'm going to get the camera. I'm going to set the camera up. I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to use the controller, and I'm going to tweak the image to see what I can do. And then I'm going to go definitely check some of the channels out there that are getting better results than me. But one of the things I am noticing is that, especially from the camera guys, they did improve it. And then, so lighting is everything, and get the right, the right ISO, get the right, you know, I don't have the sharpness cranked up. I said I cranked it down. So, and this is a really expensive monitor that it's on right now. So, uh, tomorrow you get your refurb goggles V2 and repaired goggles too. Yeah, a lot of the goggles too were really good. They were very comfy. So, all right. Um, I think I'm done. I think I'm done today. I think we've done everything we can do. I think I've given the mini the Neo. I keep calling it the mini. I've given the Neo oh man, that's making me sick. Oh, there it is. It's flying back towards me and backing it in here. This is what I'm looking at right here. Right there. I'm looking at this scenery here as I'm adjusting things, bringing it in. There's some plants. It's twilight. There's me, very blurry. So, anyways, all right. So let's keep flying it and let's keep learning. Let's see if I can maximize um, and maybe DJ will come out with some firmware updates and make things better. It sucks though. We have to go backwards, right? Go to refurb goggles and that our screens are, possibly not as good as they possibly can be. We can get any kind of disconnects or whatever people are talking about now. That's just not like DJI. It's all these problems, and all these issues, and just not having. Remember, their mission was, you know, just great cameras. That's the number one. We're going to make the best camera possible, and we're gonna make your flying experience better because of the camera. I can tell you that the opposite is true right now, that our flying experience can be reduced by a crappy camera. So, all right. I've said my piece. Let's see. Is there anybody in here? Let's get should we do some I have some memberships I can gift. I guess I can. Is there anybody online that I can gift them to? Oh, here we go. Gifting some memberships out. There you go, Possum. About damn time. HD Rider in the house. Okay. All right. You guys hiding in the background, man. This is how you find them. You're like, hey, he gifted me something. You don't have to do anything with that. You just get some fun stickers that you can chat with, and uh, makes for a much more fun stream. So, all right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I am going to be I'm out of here. And yeah, I'm excited for you guys getting some Neos and maybe learning some more. But it's been very quiet. It's been very quiet on the Neo front. Um, and I think the camera is the problem. And I think a lot of people are going W2H, WTH, DJI, what are you doing? Um, and I think next time I'm going to talk about the Air 3S because it's kind of making me nervous at this point. I don't need another Air 3S. I would like a Mavic 4 by now. I think it's time for a Mavic 4 reboot. All right. So for Dad Random, I am out of here. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you for popping in. Flyer Neos, have fun with them. Yes, they are fun. It is very fun. The price is right. Protect your props. Yeah, I don't think I don't think, I don't think putting stealth props on here. This thing is loud as hell. It's not going to do anything. But it's loud and cute, so people aren't going to be afraid of it. They're like, "Oh, that's so cute. You just hit me with it." Alrighty, guys, take it easy. Have a great weekend. All right, later, Dad. Random.